What if the most terrifying discovery in human history wasn't about aliens, doomsday, or the end of Earth, but about how little control we actually have? This isn't a myth or a science fiction idea. It's a documented reality that scientists, researchers, and systems analysts all agree on, yet rarely say out loud. When this fact became clear, it didn't cause panic. It caused silence. In today's video, we're breaking down the most unsettling fact ever discovered, why it threatens our idea of safety and certainty, and how artificial intelligence has made this truth impossible to ignore. Stay till the end because once you fully understand this, your perspective on control, progress, and the future may never be the same again. Before we go further, like this video, share it with someone who loves deep, mind-bending realities, and subscribe to FactVex. What you're about to hear reveals why this terrifying discovery changes how we see Earth itself, and the final point uncovers why this is only the beginning. The discovery that shattered human control. The most terrifying fact isn't that disasters happen, it's that many of them are unavoidable, even with all our technology. Scientists realize that complex systems, once large enough, begin behaving beyond direct human control. Artificial intelligence analysis showed that interconnected networks, climate, finance, infrastructure, and biology don't fail linearly. They collapse suddenly. This discovery shattered the belief that intelligence alone prevents catastrophe. Human oversight gives the illusion of control, but complexity introduces unpredictability. The fear isn't ignorance, it's awareness. We now know that some outcomes are baked into system design itself. That realization forced experts to rethink safety, planning, and risk. Control didn't vanish overnight. It was never fully there. We just didn't notice until the evidence became undeniable. Why bigger systems become more dangerous? As systems grow, they don't become safer, they become fragile. Artificial intelligence revealed that increased efficiency often reduces resilience. When everything is connected, one failure doesn't stay isolated, it spreads. Power grids, supply chains, and digital networks all share this weakness. The terrifying part is that optimization hides danger. Everything appears stable until it isn't. Small disruptions now have global consequences. This discovery overturned traditional thinking that scaling up equals progress. In reality, scale amplifies risk. Humans designed systems for speed, not survival. Artificial intelligence helped expose how little margin for error remains. The fear lies in knowing that efficiency has quietly replaced safety, and reversing that trend is far harder than starting it. The illusion of safety was always false. For generations, people believed safety improved with technology. This discovery proved safety often just feels better, not is better. Artificial intelligence showed how warning systems reduce panic but don't reduce probability. We detect danger earlier but haven't eliminated it. That realization is unsettling. Comfort replaced preparedness. Humanity traded resilience for convenience without fully understanding the cost. The terrifying fact is that feeling informed is not the same as being protected. The more systems automate decisions, the more humans trust outcomes they don't fully control. Safety became psychological, not structural. Once that illusion cracked, it became clear that modern life is stable, largely because nothing major has gone wrong. Yet, artificial intelligence revealed the pattern. Humans missed this terrifying truth because it unfolds slowly. Artificial intelligence didn't. By analyzing decades of data, artificial intelligence exposed repeating collapse patterns across civilizations, ecosystems, and economies. Different causes, same outcomes. That consistency was chilling. The discovery showed that collapse isn't random, it's systemic. When certain thresholds are crossed, decline becomes mathematically predictable. That's what frightens scientists most. Artificial intelligence doesn't speculate, it calculates. And the calculations showed we are closer to systemic limits than intuition suggests. This wasn't a prophecy, it was recognition. The pattern had always been there. We simply lacked the scale of analysis to see it clearly until artificial intelligence made it visible. Why experts struggled to say this publicly? The terror isn't just the fact, it's the responsibility that comes with it. Admitting this discovery challenges trust in institutions. Artificial intelligence models contradicted long-held assumptions about stability, forcing experts into silence before speech. Publicly acknowledging limited control risks, panic, misinformation, and political consequences, so discussions stayed technical, buried in reports instead of headlines. That silence wasn't deception, it was fear of reaction. The truth doesn't remove danger, it removes comfort. And comfort keeps systems functioning. Experts knew once people understood how fragile everything really is, belief in certainty would disappear. The terrifying fact wasn't hidden maliciously, it was withheld cautiously. The psychological impact was immediate. When this discovery reached public awareness, the reaction wasn't chaos, it was unease. Artificial intelligence sentiment analysis showed confusion replacing outrage. People didn't argue, they paused. That pause mattered. It meant belief systems were being recalibrated. The mind struggles when control disappears. This fact forced people to confront vulnerability on a planetary scale. Not fear of death, but fear of unpredictability. Humans can plan for threats, but not for inevitability. That's what made this terrifying. It wasn't about danger appearing. It was about realizing danger has always existed quietly in the background, masked by routine and normalcy. Why technology cannot fully save us. Technology often fixes problems it creates, but not always. Artificial intelligence demonstrated that solving one risk frequently introduces another at a higher level of complexity. Each solution adds layers, and layers add fragility. This discovery dismantled the belief that innovation guarantees safety. The terrifying part is understanding that progress doesn't pause consequences, it reshapes them. Artificial intelligence can forecast collapse but cannot prevent every outcome. Some risks are trade-offs, not mistakes. This forced a painful realization. There is no final technological shield. Tools can manage danger, not erase it. Knowing that limitations shook humanity's deepest assumptions about advancement and mastery over nature. Earth is more reactive than we thought. Scientists discovered Earth isn't a passive system, it responds. Artificial intelligence revealed feedback loops where small changes trigger massive reactions. Climate, ecosystems, and geology don't adjust gradually, they snap. This discovery terrified researchers because once feedback loops accelerate, stopping them becomes nearly impossible. Human timelines don't align with planetary ones. Damage doesn't unfold dramatically. It accumulates quietly. The fear comes from lag. By the time humans notice consequences, systems may already be past recovery points. Artificial intelligence made these thresholds visible, showing how close we sometimes are without realizing it. Earth isn't fragile, it's reactive. That difference changes everything. Why this fact changes human planning forever. After this discovery, planning itself changed. Artificial intelligence forced organizations to think in probabilities, not certainty. Long-term guarantees became unrealistic. The terrifying part is accepting that prediction now matters more than control. Humans can adapt but not dominate outcomes. This shifted focus from prevention to resilience. That's a psychological blow. People prefer certainty, not conditional survival. The fact rewrote how governments, scientists, and systems approach the future. Planning became about absorbing shocks, not avoiding them entirely. Once this mindset took hold, it quietly replaced the old idea that humanity can engineer away all risk. The silence that followed speaks volumes. After the discovery, headlines faded, but actions didn't. Artificial intelligence models quietly updated assumptions worldwide. Policies shifted, risk models changed, but no grand announcement followed. That silence is terrifying. It suggests acceptance, not alarm. Humanity absorbed the truth and moved on, adjusting behind the scenes rather than confronting it emotionally. Silence often means recognition has settled in. It means resistance ended. The most frightening. Facts don't stay viral, they become background reality. When something is truly unsettling, it doesn't spark endless debate. It rewires behavior quietly. That's what happened here, and that's why this fact still matters long after attention moved elsewhere. Why this was always inevitable. This terrifying fact wasn't discovered because humans were careless. It emerged because complexity reached a breaking point. Artificial intelligence simply noticed first. Large systems always reveal their limits eventually. History proves this. What changed is scale. Global interconnection compressed timelines. What once took centuries now unfolds in decades. The inevitability lies in growth itself. Humans didn't create danger, they accelerated exposure to it. Artificial intelligence didn't invent the truth. It confirmed what patterns already predicted. The real fear isn't collapse, it's recognition that some outcomes are no longer hypothetical. They are statistically expected within human lifetimes. Why awareness is the only advantage. Left. The most terrifying fact doesn't mean hopelessness. It means responsibility. Artificial intelligence teaches adaptation, not panic. Safety now comes from awareness, resilience, and humility. This fact doesn't end progress, it redefines it. If this video unsettled you, that's not a bad thing. It means awareness is working. The most terrifying discoveries aren't monsters or myths. They're truths about limits we didn't know existed. At FactVex, we don't chase fear. We uncover reality so you can understand the world more clearly. Thanks for watching till the end. Stay curious, stay grounded, and stay alert, because the future won't belong to those who feel safest, but to those who see reality as it truly is.